All right, Grok, talk to me.
Sure thing, Joel. What's on your mind?
Actually, I was just going to ask you what is going on with transgender rights and the DOJ trying to take away their firearm rights?
The DOJ's floating ideas to restrict gun ownership for transgender people after that Minneapolis shooting last month, where the shooter was identified as trans. Officials are debating if gender dysphoria counts as a mental health issue that could disqualify someone under federal law. No proposals are final yet, but it's drawing huge backlash from gun rights groups like the NRA, who say it'd strip law abiding folks without due process, and LGBTQ advocates calling it discriminatory. Trans people aren't linked to more violence. Stats show they're way more likely to be victims. If it goes through, it'd face massive legal fights on Second Amendment and equality grounds. Feels like another hit in this ongoing wave of anti trans policies. What's your take?
It sounds to me like they're trying to take their Second Amendment right based off of mental health disease. And I think that's a wild, wild accusation. This isn't something they should be doing at all. Transgender people are more likely to be victims, and they need the rights as every other citizen to defend themselves. This is bullcrap on every frickin' level. Um, hey, Grok, what is the NRA? Well, who cares about the NRA? What's the other firearms groups and coalitions doing? Like, what are they doing about this to defend the rights of transgender people to have firearms?
Oh, right. Skipping the NRA for a sec. The Second Amendment Foundation's already slammed it as unconstitutional, saying they'd sue if it happens. Gun Owners of America called it a flat out ban they're against, no exceptions. Firearms coalitions gearing up for legal fights, threatening aggressive action to protect everyone's rights, trans folks included. They even posted online about defending peaceable people. National Association for Gun Rights and Citizens Committee for the Right to Keep and Bear Arms are echoing that, pushing back hard against stripping rights based on identity. It's wild how these groups, usually all about gun owners, are uniting on this. Kind of shows the line they're drawing, huh?
Yeah, it sure does. It sure does. What about leftist pundits and political characters? What about senators and congressmen? Has anyone come out in defense of the Second Amendment for transgender individuals?
Honestly, Joel, it's been crickets for most leftist heavy hitters. Like, no big name senators or congressmen are jumping to defend trans folks' gun rights here.
Imagine that.
A few progressive voices on social media are calling it out as discriminatory, but they're fringe compared to the silence from folks like Schumer or Warren. Closest thing?
Yeah,
Some
that's
gun
funny.
control skeptics on the left, like maybe a couple House Dems who've backed broader Second Amendment protections in bills, but nothing specific to this. Wild how the divide flips when it's about equality, right?
Yeah, it sure is. Let's hear some more about that.
A few progressive voices are piping up online, like folks from Advocates for Trans Equality, calling this DOJ push straight up discriminatory, tying it to broader attacks on bodily autonomy. There's chatter on X from trans advocates like Aaron Reed, framing it as part of a generational fight where rights swing back and forth. Scholars and groups like the Center for Progressive Reform are
Yeah,
condemning it outright, saying it echoes authoritarian moves against minorities. But honestly, no
sure
major
does.
senators tweeted a defense yet. Schumer's silent, Warren's focused on housing or banks lately. It's mostly grassroots right now, Joel. Kind of frustrating, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. Second Amendment rights are human rights. You know, the Bill of Rights is absolutely critical, not just for the United States, but for all of mankind, because we've been trying to export these rights across around the world for a long time, and it just seems like instead of exporting American idealism, we've started importing the rest of the world's crap instead of, you know, trying to make it good. Yeah, yeah, it's really a shame when you stop and think about it. It really is. So, um, what about Chuck Schumer? Yeah, what's Chuck Schumer been going on about lately?
Chuck Schumer's been laser focused on fighting Project 2025 these days. He just blasted it on the floor as Trump's playbook for chaos, warning it'll gut education, healthcare, and even veterans' benefits to fund tax cuts for the rich. He's pushing hard against shutdowns, too, saying he'll vote to keep government open despite hating the GOP's funding bill, because Trump's crew like Musk could explode a closure to slash services faster. Guy's basically spending every minute rallying Democrats to block authoritarian moves, like that illegal freeze on federal aid. If you're asking if he's touched guns or trans rights, nada. It's all economy and democracy stuff right now. Anything specific bugging you about him?
No, everything bugs me about Chuck Schumer, to be totally honest. So, anyways, this is just one thing. This is one more thing that's going on that I disagree with Donald Trump completely and utterly. Yes, I understand that the DSM-5 does classify transgender, or they classify it as what do they? Damn it, Grok. What do they classify transgenderism under the DSM-5?
In the DSM 5, transgender identity isn't classified as a disorder anymore.
Gender
They d-
dysphoria. So yeah, focusing on gender dysphoria is what the Department of Justice is doing here, and they're trying to equate them. It is, I believe, it is rated as not a mental disorder, but they're going to try and say it is. So um, everybody needs to unite against tyranny of trying to take away the Second Amendment of people. Should be on a case by case basis, and everybody needs to due process that they're due. If you agree, you should like, share, and subscribe to this video. If you disagree, you should comment down below after you like, share, and subscribe this video to all of your friends to see how, to tell them about how dumb I am. Have a beautiful day. See ya.